classic picture of Bree'Ana. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Julio, Bree'Ana's oldest brother. I was 11 years old when Bree'Ana came into our home, and I vividly remember that first morning. We were living in Waikawa, on Royal Palm Drive, and I could hear Bree'Ana crying in the room. Mom and her had just come back from the mainland, and I went to wake up Mom and ask her what I need to do to feed her, and Mom told me how to mix the formula, make sure it wasn't too hot and all that. And so I fed Bree'Ana and burped her, and that was the first of many mornings that I took care of her. It actually got to the point that I would race a Coney to wake up first so that I could take care of her. And I would beat him every single time. But eventually he tattled and cried enough to Mom and Dad that I had to take turns. One thing to know about Bree'Ana is that she was always pretty brave, always trying to be one of the boys. Soccer, baseball, surfing, whatever it was, she would always try to keep up with us. She'd be out there skateboarding, elbow pads, knee pads, helmet, falling down and getting strawberries, and not really crying about it. But if you ever yelled at her, not that I ever have, but if you yelled at her, she would instantly tear up and start crying. Even with 4 brothers making her tough, she was still just a girl. My friend Danny's not here tonight. We were really good friends with the Mojers, and I was probably, 15 or so. And I remember this. Danny was being really snooty to Bree'Ana, really talking down to her, making her feel bad. And I absolutely snapped at Danny. At that point, I didn't care who it was, but nobody was going to talk to my sister like that. So Bree'Ana, if you ever have any problems, just let me know. I'll call Coney, Kavika, and Jeremy, and we'll take care of it. I know Mom and Dad are probably going to come up here and try to take all the credit. But I want to say that one of the reasons Bree'Ana has such a good education is because of me. Mom would ask me to help Bree'Ana with her higher level math, and I cheerfully do so, mainly by taking one look at the problem and then telling her, show all your work. Teachers don't care if you get the right answer if you don't show all your work. Speaking from experience. And of course, when she showed all her work, then she figured out where her mistake was. Another way that I contributed to her education was training her to troubleshoot things. She asked me for help. She called me up and asked me for help with my old scientific calculator. And I'd ask her, did you read the manual? Because I'm going to have to read the manual to figure out how to do it, so you better read it first. Of course, the answer was always no, but I think I've got her pretty well trained now. Nowadays, she knows what I'm going to say even before she asks, so she downloads and reads the manual, then pretty much figures it out herself. Anyway, Bree'Ana, I just want to tell you that I'm very proud of you. You've come a long way from your infant care days, and your accomplishments and your education are pretty amazing. I know you have the brain to accomplish your goals, but you'll have to kick yourself in the butt and not be lazy. Study hard and know that your education is simply one season of your life. You'll be done with college before you know it. I also know that I haven't been the best example, and hopefully you learn from my mistakes. Just love God, obey Him, seek His will in all your decisions. He'll guide you through the good and the hard times. I love you.
I'm Kavika, the middle child, so her 3rd oldest brother. My story about Bree'Ana has to do with her personality. She's very tenacious, and she, like Will said, wants to be one of the boys. So, when it came to food, when it came to spicy food, for example, Bree'Ana, I told her she was like 4 years old, I'm a spicy girl. I eat everything spicy. I'm spicier than you. I can handle spicy things. So, being a very loving and mature older brother that I wanted to cure her of that. So I said, you're a spicy girl? And of course my mom wasn't home. You're a spicy girl? Yes. Okay, then have some of this Tabasco sauce. Okay. So I put a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce on a spoon, stick it in her mouth, and she's She starts to cry. So her second oldest brother had to save the day by getting water in a rag and putting it in her mouth. I'm not sure if it really helps. They say water just spreads the heat around. But she no longer said she's spicy girl. In fact, she hates all spice today. I was beat very harshly by my parents when they got home. But that personality of hers, the tenacity and the courage and the drive, speaks to who Bree'Ana is today. She impresses me in how hard she works to. Right now, she's clepping out of college courses. She's studied math 2 levels higher in high school than I've ever studied. And she's being very successful. I'm really proud of you. I encourage you to keep that hard work and that diligence, and it will serve you well. Tonight you're graduating, and you get to step out into college, and Bree'Ana got the full ride to Hawaii Pacific University. I'm really impressed with that, and I'm really proud of you, Bree'Ana, so I love you.
Hi, my name is Jeremy, and I'm Bree'Ana's, oldest brother, directly above her, so that would put me on the bottom of the line with the boys, so I get a lot of crap, but it's funny how things roll downhill, so. Anyways, just over, our life, me and Bree'Ana have always been pretty close friends, and she was always smarter than me. I got to do her, or she was always in my school books or ahead of me in a lot of stuff, math, science. And pretty much everything. Bree'Ana was very smart, and she always wanted to participate in everything that we did. So there's a lot of times where it gets got in trouble or all kinds of things. I don't have a particular story or something like that, but real proud of Bree'Ana for what type of person she's become, and really on her love for animals and my hatred for animals. So that's always something fun that me and Bree'Ana get to mess around with. She loves animals, and I hope she gets to have as many horses and dogs and cats as she wants. But I really enjoyed growing up with you, Bree'Ana. I'm glad that you're done with high school, and I got you a pet monkey. So, thank you, and I really hope you do really well. Thank you.
No, really, he got her a pet monkey. You'll see later. Bree'Ana has always been the type of person who looks for the best in people. She always sees the positive, she ignores the negative, but there was one time that I recall that she was looking through a pile of old Newsweeks, and she came upon a cover that had a picture of 3 Islamic jihadists posing with their weapons. And it just so happened that one of them looked like me.